All right, so welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep today, like way deep, down into the itty-bitty world of our cells.
Ooh, microscopic level.
Exactly. We're talking cellular energy. You know how we need energy for, well, everything.
Right.
Yeah, well, turns out it all starts with these little powerhouses called, get this, mitochondria.
The powerhouses of the cell.
That's the one. And we found this awesome YouTube video all about how they actually work. I think you're going to find it pretty fascinating.
Oh, definitely. Mitochondria are pretty amazing. They're like these mini factories constantly churning out energy from, the food we eat, carbs, fats, the whole deal.
And they're like super efficient about it too. I mean, this video broke down like three main processes, right? They're called pyruvate dehydrogenase, the TCA cycle, and, oh, this one's a mouthful, fatty acid beta-oxidation.
Those are the big ones.
Yeah, but I'm not going to lie, those names are a bit intimidating, even for me.
Well, they can be a bit jargony, that's for sure.
So can you break them down for us? Like, in simple terms, what's actually happening in these processes?
Totally. So these three, they're all part of what we call catabolism. Basically, it's the breakdown of complex molecules in our food to release energy the cells can use. So it's like, think of your cells as these little factories, and each of these processes is a different department, all working together.
Okay, so like a well-oiled machine.
Exactly. Each department's got its own job to do, breaking down the fuel in a specific way.
Makes sense. And the video mentioned some like crazy numbers about how much energy each of these departments or processes can make.
Oh, yeah, it is pretty wild.
Like they said, breaking down pyruvate, which comes from glucose, can yield something like 30 ATP molecules.
30?
And then beta-oxidation of this fatty acid, palmitate, can reduce a whopping 129 ATP.
It's incredible, isn't it? How efficient they are.
It is. But hold on, ATP, what exactly is that?
Right. So ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate. It's basically like the energy currency of our cells. So, like we use cash to buy things. ATP is what our cells use to power all their activities, everything from like muscle contractions to nerve impulses, even just keeping our organs functioning, it all runs on ATP.
Wow, so our bodies are like constantly churning out ATP, like little cash machines.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of mind-blowing when you think about it. But going back to the factory analogy, right? Where exactly are these departments, these processes happening? Are they all inside the mitochondria?
That's a great question. It's not quite so simple. See, pyruvate, which comes from the breakdown of glucose, actually starts its journey outside the mitochondria through a process called glycolysis, but then it gets transported inside to be further processed by pyruvate dehydrogenase and the TCA cycle.
Hold on, so it starts outside, then moves inside. Why not just do it all in one place?
Well, think about it like this. Glycolysis, the initial breakdown of glucose, it's a bit like a quick and dirty energy grab. It doesn't actually need oxygen to work, so it can happen super fast in the cytoplasm, which is outside the mitochondria.
I see, so it's like a quick energy boost.
Yeah, exactly. But to really squeeze all the energy out of that glucose, we need the powerhouse team, pyruvate dehydrogenase and the TCA cycle. And those guys, they work best with oxygen, which is abundant inside the mitochondria. So it's all about efficiency in the end.
Wow, so it's like a two-step process with each step happening in the optimal environment. Pretty neat.
Right. Our bodies are pretty incredible.
Totally agree. So to recap, we've got these tiny powerhouses, the mitochondria, churning out energy from the food we eat using these super intricate multi-step processes. And different processes can yield different amounts of energy depending on what fuels we're using.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, what does that tell us about, like, our diet and our energy levels?
Well, that's the question, isn't it? If fat can give us so much more ATP than sugar, why even bother with carbs, right?
Right.
Well, it's not quite that black and white. Our bodies are amazingly adaptable. Different cells have different energy needs, and different fuels might be better suited for different tasks.
Huh. I never thought about it like that.
It's all about balance, really. Like some cells might prefer glucose, others might thrive on fatty acids.
That's fascinating. So, like, the next time I grab a snack, I'll be thinking about all these tiny mitochondria working away in my cells, trying to get the most energy they can out of it.
Yeah, give them a good fuel source.
Definitely. It really puts things into perspective, Like, how much is going on inside us at every moment?
It really does, and it raises a lot of interesting questions, too, like, what are the implications of these different energy yields for our overall health and well-being? Something to ponder.
Definitely. And it's something we can all think about, as we go about our day and make choices about what we eat and how we fuel our bodies. So thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of cellular energy. Until next time.
See you then.
Bye.